A tough time to be a Democrat. That's the subject of tonight's Waters Words. Tonight, Saturday, February 22nd, there's no fake scandal hanging over Donald Trump's head right now. Bloomberg, he blew it. And a grumpy gray socialist is racing towards the nomination. Collusion failed, impeachment failed, so Democrats have to face Trump at the ballot box. Democrats know they can't beat him, so they tried to get an old, rich Republican to do it. But Bloomberg choked. He paid $400 million to get a beatdown. Now, maybe he's into that kind of thing. I don't know. That's none of my business. But that was brutal. And now he's getting clowned on.
The Democratic presidential debate. Live from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Now that the stage is narrowed to 6 candidates, and there's a new person on the stage tonight, Mayor Michael Bloomberg, a former Republican who spent millions of his own dollars to run in this race. What hasn't changed, a majority of Democratic voters still say their top priority is beating President Trump.
Mike got pummeled, and it wasn't pretty. He just doesn't have what it takes, and he looked like a mummy up there.
I'd like to talk about who we're running against. A billionaire who calls women fat broads and horse-faced lesbians. And no, I'm not talking about Donald Trump. I'm talking about Mayor Bloomberg.
The mayor said when we passed it, the signature piece of this administration, it's a disgrace. They're the exact words. It was a disgrace. Look it up.
Mr. Bloomberg had policies in New York City of stop and frisk, which went after African-American and Latino people in an outrageous way. That is not a way you're going to grow voter turnout.
Mike was flattened, and so was the media. It's difficult to spin a debate, so we got the truth.
Look, the real winner in the debate last night was Donald Trump.
Well, I saw the person who won the debate last night, whose name is Donald Trump.
Donald Trump will destroy Michael Bloomberg if last night is any example.
I thought it was a great night for Donald Trump. I thought it was a terrible night for the Democrats.
I don't think anybody tonight convinced me they could win.
Trump won every Democrat debate. The Democrats are basically just picking who they're going to lose with. But the internet never loses.
What's your name?
Name.
The president delivered some color commentary on what went down in Vegas.
Mini Mike didn't do well last night. I was going to send him a note saying it's not easy doing what I do, is it? How about Klobuchar? Did you see her? She choked. She choked. Alfred E. Newman looked at her and said something slightly derogatory. And she said, "Are you accusing me of being dumb?" Who would make a statement like that? That was the end of her campaign in my book, you know. How about Sleepy Joe? How about his performance? What? It's great to be with the great people of Ohio. Joe, you're in Iowa. He did it 5 times. Look, you're going to vote for one of these people, probably Crazy Bernie. He seems to be leading.
Now, besides landing body blows like that, Trump's got the power of the presidency all behind him. He touched down at the Daytona 500 in Air Force One. Amazing spectacle. Drives the presidential limousine, they call it the Beast, around the track. And then he started the race himself.
Daytona International Speedway, we love our country, and it's truly an honor to be with all of you at the great American race. Gentlemen, start your engines.
The majesty of moments like this, plus the red-hot economy, Trump's fat war chest, his sharp tongue, it's going to make him hard to beat. Bernie Sanders is a long shot. Half the Democratic Party hates him because he's not even a Democrat. But he's surging because his troops are on a mission. Sanders and the Bernie bros, they can't be controlled. They're a threat to powerful people. So powerful people are now fighting back from the shadows. The CIA briefed Bernie last month that the Russians are trying to boost his campaign. Then the CIA leaked the briefing yesterday to the Washington Post, the day before Nevada. Bernie wasn't happy.
Senator, when were you briefed on this?
I'm guessing about a month ago.
And if this came out a month ago, how did you think it came out now? If you had the briefing a month ago?
Well, I'll let you guess about one day before the Nevada caucus. Why do you think it came out? Was the Washington Post? Good friends.
Snakes in the intel agencies are doing Bernie dirty just like they did Trump. Muddy him up with these Russian rumors and make him look suspicious. At least they briefed Bernie instead of wiretapping him like they did with Trump. We'll see if Bernie can handle the heat.